Are there any aspects of the big society that you wish had been implemented as Labour policy?
Well, where I can agree with the big society is that I think we all favour a country where people make a contribution beyond the four walls of their home or their garden. You know, we don't want a world where people look after their own front garden but won't pick up litter when it's a couple of inches on the path and say, oh, that's all the council's job. We don't want to live in a world like that. We want people to be making a contribution beyond their own four walls. And in some ways, the intention is laudable, but let's look at the reality. I believe the big society is cover for an ideological attack on public services and public spending. It just isn't the case that in all communities, when the councils and the state recede, that there will be people left to pick up the pieces and pick up the gap to provide help for vulnerable people. And my big fear about the big society is it will leave some vulnerable people without the help that they need. And it will mean that Labour will need to be a voice for the voiceless and protect and stand up for those people. So, you know, the big society as a concept is not necessarily a bad idea, but it's because it is based on a premise of where there is a dramatic and permanent reduction in public spending. Now, that is a very different kind of society, and I don't believe that the voluntary sector will have the capacity, will be given the support to provide this expanded role that Mr Cameron envisages. So we retain a cautious and critical but open mind on this, but the crucial flaw in the thinking is the decimation of public services and public spending, because always we look to the voluntary sector to add value to that public core, but he is attacking that public core, expecting the voluntary sector to fill it, and I'm not at all sure that that will be the case.